3, 2, 1.
Hey folks, I would like to have you see the wonderful things that Philip brought to the Glendora Happy House 3. This is jerky.
It's made out of pea protein.
Are we recording?
Yes.
You are for sure.
Yep, I can restart it if you'd like. You want to do
No,
it from...
thank you.
Okay.
Remember, this is reality TV. Phil, how did they tell you that that camera's recording?
There's a light blinking in the back.
What color light?
Green.
Okay. And the red one is also on to tell you that
It's charging, yep.
Okay, Phil. Now tell us about this jerky, vegan jerky.
So, vegan jerky's been around for a while, but often it was made out of things like mushrooms and could be very, very tough. Or cognac, which can be very strange tasting because it's seaweed. This is made out of Beyond Meat's very extensive research into how to make vegan proteins. And I've had it before. It's very good. It's not too tough, which is a problem for some people with jerky. It's chewy but not too bad. The flavor is great. It's not too salty. And also, it's not too expensive either. It's cheaper than regular jerky.
Is it in the meat section?
Actually, it's in the aisles, the checkout aisles. They had tons of them in every single checkout aisle I went. They had the empty boxes because people have been buying them out.
Phil, how do you eat it? Finger food? Is it with mashed potatoes and other? How do you eat it?
I consider it in a class like hot sauce. You put it on anything and you eat it however you want. And if you got to eat it with your fingers, that's okay.
Is it a snack?
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's a snack.
You can eat it as a
snack. So you eat it on the run?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Phil. Now, what did you tell me that in Albany you have the biggest all Walmart in the world?
Yep. Albany has a distinction of having the world's largest Walmart. The one by Crossgates Commons. It's a double-decker one, and most people remember it because it's got the escalator for shopping carts.
You stand by this, dear Phil.
I stand by it. Yep.
Folks, this is October the 1st, Saturday. This is National Vegan Day. National Vegan Day. All right. Now, how do you store this?
Store it in a cool, dry place like you would anything else. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. And it's good.
Doesn't?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is this?
That is another bag. That is original flavor.
All right. Would you put them in the refrigerator?
Yes, I will.
And you don't have to
They don't
cool.
require.
You don't have to keep them cold.
Nope, because they get the moisture out of them.
Now, what else did you put away that you brought us? Big surprises.
Big surprises? Oh.
And they're going. Did you put them in the freezer?
Yes,
Guess what we're going to do is this. This is a candy box. Is that right, Phil?
Yes.
And inside the candy box is Australian licorice.
Yes.
And it's going to go to my 97-year-old friend Walter Belfort.
Oh, yes.
Whoopee.
He's going to love it.
Oh, this is good. Now, this has to be put in drawer 7. Can you find room for it in drawer 7? Huh?
Yep. And right here we have your coconut caramels.
Coconut caramel.
Yep. Coco Mel's is the brand name.
This is something brand new. Tell the folks this. This is vegan also, folks.
And this was found right in the candy aisle. It wasn't in a special section. It was right there with the regular candy.
We are going vegan. National Vegan Day. So you're going to put that in drawer 7?
Oh, I'll put it on the night table.
Oh, on the night table. All right.
We also got you for BJ's.
You got what?
A giant bag of your favorite nuggets.
Oh, tell the folks about these plant-based nuggets.
Raised and Rooted is a company that we've got them at ShopRite before when they were on sale. They sell vegan chicken nuggets, and they have a really great seasoning on it. Oftentimes they're hit or miss.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
And they have a great texture, folks.
And they can be done in the microwave, in an oven, or on a stovetop.
And you like them so much you'll eat 8 or 10 of them, really.
They're really that good. And this bag was less than $10.
No.
Yes.
And this was at Sam's Club?
BJ's.
Oh, excuse me.
Yep.
Do you ever go to Sam's Club?
I don't know if there's one here anymore.
Oh,
we
really?
used to, yeah. It used to be up in Latham Farms.
What?
Latham Farms, up near Latham Circle.
Yes, they did.
They used to have one up there.
It's gone?
Mm-hmm.
And didn't even say goodbye?
No. And here's something we got 55 cents off of because the store manager put coupons next to it.
What's that again?
We got Vitalife plant-based cheese. Those are cheddar slices because you like that. And it is a completely vegan. It's a new vegan cheese out there. And I'm wary of some of the new ones because it seems like they don't have anything interesting to offer the space. These ones do. They not only have a fantastic flavor, they melt incredibly well.
What did you say it had to do with the manager?
Oh, the manager went and took some coupons for them, 55 cents off, and put them out there by them.
Thank you, Walmart. I love Walmart.
Oh, this was ShopRite.
Oh, this was ShopRite.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, ShopRite. Well, I love you too, ShopRite.
And we have two more goodies here. We have, those are those chickpeas, the hip peas, the chickpea puffs that you like.
Oh, the puffs.
The vegan cheddar.
They're made out of
Vegan,
there?
vegan white cheddar. Flavoring on them. The coating.
Real cheese?
No, it's fake. It's vegan.
Oh, good. Oh, okay. Tell me again from the start. What are these called?
They're called hip peas.
And they're made from chickpeas.
Yeah.
And they're puffs. Yes, dear.
They're delicious.
They are.
Walmart sells them.
Those go in the cooler there.
And then
Oh, no, they don't. Don't mix them in with the
We've got
September food.
We got the empty cooler that we can put them in.
What, dear?
We got the empty cooler to put the new stuff
Oh,
in.
good. We have an empty cooler.
And these ones here are similar. They're cauliflower puffs mixed with sorghum.
You know why we have to have coolers, folks? I love the little mice, but they have to eat outdoors. They can't come in here and eat. It's a problem you can't solve. So I feed them outdoors, and then the cooler is to keep the mice from getting into the things that they could get into. Now, what was this sorghum?
They're called Vegan Rob's cauliflower puffs. And it's got sorghum in it, and it has a unique vegetable earthy flavor to them. I've had them before. They're pretty good.
And they have a what flavor?
Like a vegetable earthy kind of flavor to them. It's
And
not
they're,
like
they're a snack.
They're a snack, yes.
And what do you call? What else is in ingredients besides? Read the ingredients, please.
Okay. So right next to the Go Vegan on the bag.
It does say Go Vegan.
Yep, sounds like you. So it has sorghum meal, cauliflower powder, nutritional yeast. We love that.
Oh yeah.
Sea salt, raw cane sugar, onion powder,
Oh wow.
garlic powder, inulin,
Oh wow.
black pepper, and white pepper.
Wow, they sound good. Now that would go in the cooler too, but not in the empty cooler.
Correct.
What is sorghum?
Sorghum is a grain.
A what?
A grain.
It's a grain?
Yep, similar to wheat.
Is it a wheat?
I believe it's one of the gluten-free ones.
Hey Alexa, what is sorghum? Sorghum.
Sorghum is a genus of about 25 species of flowering plants in the grass family. Some of these species are grown as cereals for human consumption and some in pastures for animals. One species is grown for grain, while many others are used as fodder plants, either cultivated in warm climates worldwide or naturalized in pasture lands.
Google. Oh, thank you, Alexa. That was beautiful. Alexa, did you ever hear of sorghum molasses?
From Food52.com. Sweet sorghum is used for molasses.
Oh, see that, Phil? Oh, you brought such new and interesting things. I had to live until I was 94 years old to find out about these. Thank you, Alexa.
Oh, I'll show them the apples.
And Phil brought me 2 New York New England Macintosh apples from his mother's farm. And they're right off the tree because they only came out last week.
And they're delicious.
No, they're not. They're New York, New England Macintosh.
I knew you were going to do that.
Thanks, straight man.
And here, I'll show the mango. That 68 cents at Walmart recently.
Mangoes?
Yep, mangoes.
Oh, they're so tasty. Phil, this is such a fat one.
Uh-huh.
It's almost as big as its seed.
And
why are they 58 cents? Why is there such a...
It deals with, in terms of the seasonality and how much they're shipping to the U.S., because these are probably grown in Central America.
I think this is either ready today or tomorrow, Phil.
Oh, it's definitely ready today. Mm-hmm.
Can you get a good picture of it, folks? Are they getting a good picture, Phil?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Phil and I made a horrible mistake yesterday. Here we've been in video making TV shows for 68 years. And we had this new camera. And when I went to video for you, James 1, the first verse of James in the New Testament, this new camera did not tell me whether he was on or off. And I had to play it by chance, and I had a 50% chance of being right, a 50% chance of being wrong. And I never got his magnificent help that he was giving you. It was Glendora's fault. She didn't ask Phil to train her on the new camera. He didn't volunteer. And so that's a bad thing we did. We're fired, Phil.
Whoops.
Both of us. So we're going to have to do it over, that's all. And I will be so embarrassed to tell him that.
Have me tell him.
Now, any other great surprises, hon?
Oh, we got...
Did you cover them all?
We covered the big ones.
Is it time for water?
Oh, it's time for water, yep. Every 15 minutes, the alarm goes off and we drink water.
Now, that's glass too. And 6 swallows make a unit. And you do 6 swallows per glass. That's how you keep count of it. And folks, try to do 8 glasses a day, will you? I haven't yet. Maybe today, October 1st, okay? Maybe today we'll make 8 glasses. Until your urine runs white. Until there's no ammonia on it. And no bad odor.
Here, here.
Now, Phil, are you sure you showed me all of the purchases?
Oh, no. I thought some of them you've seen before from previous runs. Let me think if there's anything new. Oh, you have your salt and pepper. That's new.
Yeah. And, okay, would you throw the other 2 out?
Yes.
And open these 2 and put those in the box? Mm-hmm. Helping others, you'll enjoy it. Satisfaction guaranteed. We got rid of the ego. Selfishness is not allowed. We want you to have it. Peace that passes understanding. Helping others, you'll enjoy it. Satisfaction guaranteed. Is that job done, Phil? Want me to help you?
Yep. Good job.
Come thou all happiness, helping the world we go, caring and sharing. Happy, all glorious, or all victorious, gone is the selfishness, ego is out. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise He God, all creatures here below. Praise God above, ye heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Is it done, honey, or do we sing him another hymn?
You can sing it out.
It's done?
Yep, we're done.
Folks, I don't know whether the camera got turned on or off, but I'm going to go back over this again in case you didn't hear it. You take mashed potato in the bag, and you add to it a can of peas. That reminds us of our joke. And make sure your peas are drained. Do not cook your peas, because they get so hard that you could use them in a pea shooter. And then you add vegan meat. What kind of vegan meat are you going to use, Phil? Impossible?
Yep. Impossible. Italian sausages.
Sausages?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Meat.
Meat. They're not. Those don't count as meat.
Tell me what we have a choice of.
Oh yeah. Okay. We have nuggets. We have burgers.
No, nuggets are a plain standalone dish.
Oh.
They're not a mix-in dish.
We have some Impossible sausage.
No,
It's savory. It's the crumbly kind that you cook up.
no sausage.
Okay.
Want real meat, hon? I mean real vegan meat. And you add croutons to it to give it a crunch.
Got a meat burger stuff.
Yes.
We'll put that in. Okay.
And who makes it?
It's made by Morningstar Farms.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh, that'll be good. Mashed potato, canned peas, vegan meat, and croutons. Now, what were the good deeds yesterday? When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. What did you do for the world yesterday? Glendora and your friends you're talking to in video, what did you do for others yesterday? What did you do for the world yesterday? We cheered up our dear Barbara Mooney, who has died 3 times. I kid you not. The first time was they went to take what do you call that thing that begins with G that they're always operating on and taking out of your chest?
Goiter?
No, it's a little thing. And she went for that, and they have to inflate the chest because they go in with a tube and draw it out. They don't use surgery, you see. Gallbladder.
Oh, there we go.
And when they inflated her chest, her heart stopped. Uh-oh. And then they submerged her in a cold liquid. And they brought her back. And in 2 weeks, she was fine. And they forgot about the gallbladder. It didn't bother her anymore. Then they went in again. And I think this one had to do with the heart. And she lost her life again, but came back, and then a third one. And how old is she? 78? So she called, and she sounded fine, didn't she, Phil?
Yes.
Spirited, laughter. She loves the jokes that we tell her, and she loves the hymns that we sing her, and she makes crafts. She takes cardboard and flowers and glue and makes crafts, the most beautiful one. And you remember last year I showed you the Easter basket that she made, Glennie? Beautiful. So that was a good deed, wasn't it, Phil?
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Water alarm.
what, dear?
Water alarm. Time to drink.
Oh, thank you. That's a good deed. This is good. This might help you do this. Good deeds. The Consumer Direct, the agency who pays people to take care of Glennie through an insurance company called Essentia, who is paid through Medicaid. It all goes back to Medicaid. They gave Phil a bonus, and he's only worked here 2 months, right, Phil?
Yeah.
Gave him a bonus of how much, Phil?
Before or after Uncle Sam got his hands on it?
No, before.
$325, I believe.
Yeah, gave him $325. Just a bonus. You know how they do it? They know how many hours that he works, and they take a percentage of those hours. And that when the bonus gets big enough, then they give it to them. And then they ask Glennie. No, they don't give it to them. They ask Glennie, do you want Phil to have this? And I didn't. I wanted him to work a little harder for it. But they went and sent it out anyway because I made the mistake of signing it. And they did the same with Amy. And Phil was spontaneously came in and said how happy he was and how much that bonus meant to him. And little Amy never mentioned a word about the $325 she got. So I finally had to ask her, Amy, did you get a bonus of $325? And she said yes. She never showed any great joy. She never showed any great appreciation. But that's all right. That's going to amount to good. And then who else got one? April Jacobs got $325. And she hasn't done much. She's been away at college since the last week of August. And when she comes back from college, Columbus Day weekend, she's only going to be working 2 hours. So I shouldn't have signed hers, but she got it anyway.
She was very helpful in teaching me of the ways here.
She was, Phil?
Very helpful, yup.
She's smart, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And Phil, do you notice how fast she is?
Yeah, she's a good runner.
And she can do 3 jobs, folks, when it takes me to do 1. And she's majoring in international relations. But she wrote me a dear note. How she wanted to be friends for life with me. Wasn't that nice? It was very nice. And every day we read that note. I should read it to you. All right, we're asking you yesterday, what did you do for the world? When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. And you treat others very, very well. And then you have this great satisfaction and this great fulfillment. And you know what? After a while, after you've been so loving and kind, you find out the truth. You know what the truth is? Love is God. Love is God. Wow. At last you have a relationship with God. You've always wanted a relationship with God. But God was too big. You couldn't get your arms around God. Not only do you have a relationship with God, but you know what God's substance is. You know why? Do you know how that figures out? It's a reductio ad absurdum. Listen to this. God is love. Do you know what love is? Yes. You've known what love is ever since you were in your mother's arms. So since you know what love is, and since God is love, then now you know the substance of God. Did you know that you were that rich? Did you know that you were that blessed? And then you find out the wholeness of God. We cannot be separated from God. No matter how you try, no matter how selfish you get, no matter how criminal you get, you still cannot be separated from God. That is the wholeness of God. Any more than a cell of your body can be separated from your body and still be a cell and live as a cell. That's the wholeness of God. Then you find out the allness of God. What? Yes. God is all there is. There is no other power. There is no other force. The only power and the only force is God's. And no matter how you try to upset it with your selfishness and your egotism and your me first, you cannot. There's only one, and that's God. Let's go back to what we said in the beginning. God is love. Let us use that word for God, love. Now you understand what God is, because you know what love is. Not only is God all there is, but a very interesting deduction comes from that. If God is all there is, and you are here, then you have to be some of God. What? You are some of God. That's your identity. Your identity is not a reflection of God, or a child of God, or a son of God, or a daughter of God. Your true identity is that you are some of God. It has to be that way by definition. God is all there is, so you have to be some of God. All of us have to be some of God. That's all there is. And that brings you into oneness with God. You and God are one. And you know what that brings you into? God is a spirit. God is love. A spirit. You know that love is a spirit. It can't be anything else. And that means you are spiritual. And you know what goes next? I think you do. We've discussed it enough. What goes next is you are not only one with God, but you're one with everybody. We are all one. We are not individual pieces running around the universe doing this and that. We are one. And God is continuous. And that's where you bring in soul, spirit, and mind. Can you separate anything in your mind? I don't think so. Soul, spirit, and mind, they're all one. And you remember how we used to talk about going to a sanctuary? We had a sanctuary, all place all alone and quiet. And we would go to that sanctuary and we would listen to the soul. And then we found out that my soul is continuous with your soul, and that's why you know so much about me and why we know so much about Phil, because we're all one soul, we're all one spirit, we're all one mind. And then we find out that we are slightly differentiated one from another, as Gundor said when she was on the David Letterman show. You find the thing in life that you can do better than anybody else, and you'd better do it, or it will nag at you all your life. What's that? He said, and he said it wrong. And Gundor said, no, David, you find the one thing that you can do better than anybody else. And David Letterman, being the consummate interviewer, said you find the one thing you can do better than anybody else. So we are all one, we're all slightly differentiated with a different set of talents from everybody else. But why is it different? Because this is a complex universe that God is running, and there are many, many different jobs. And they have to be done with particularity. And so now we find out that we all have a job. We're all one. And our job is what? To make the universe go and grow and glow. Also, we have to remember the goodness of God and go back to the allness of God. If God is all there is and God is good, then everything is good. And you remember that. You don't let anything go into your mind that isn't good. At Glendora, that's a double negative. You let only good in your mind. Be not conformed to selfishness, egotism, and me first, and wrong thinking. Be not conformed, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. By the renewal of your mind. Don't think about anything bad. Is that so hard? It really isn't. And who's the master of your mind? You are. You don't have to bow down to anything bad. You don't have to listen to anything bad. Remember back in the Three Monkeys? Phil, do you remember the Three Monkeys? Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Put a fourth one in there, a fourth monkey. Think no evil. See no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil, and think no evil. And just a couple of more things. Never, never, never lie, steal, or cheat. It isn't worth...
The time is 10 o'clock a.m.
It isn't worth a soul of your conscience. And the last thing is go vegan. You know what vegan means? It means kindness. On the first day of October here, National Kindness Day. It means kindness. You don't hurt those little brothers and sisters of yours. The little calves, the little pigs, the little chickens, the little turkeys. You don't hurt them. You do not have dominion over them in that meaning of that word. You have stewardship. Your job is to look out for them and help them. Why do you say your job, Glenn? You think you're above everybody else? Our job, all of us together, is stewardship. Go vegan. Vegan means harmless. Harmless. And now, may the God of peace sanctify all of us completely through and through. Amen.
All set.